This right here, this is what we're talking about today. Roll it. What's up, everybody? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to yet another video. So nice to have you guys here. Hope all of you are having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. Folks, if you're watching this in the morning, might I just say it's a great idea to start it with a cup of black. So for those of you guys who've been watching for a while, you may or may not know this, but I am not sponsored by Echo. I just happen to be a part of their content creation member list, if you will. It's called the User Advisory Group, where they often allow people like me to make content on their social media outlets. And in exchange for that, there's often free equipment involved. So I've gotten this for free. Just gonna go ahead and make that clear at the beginning of the video here that I did get this for free. All of the opinions in this video are my own. So I just wanna go ahead and make that clear. This is not sponsored. This is not paid. This is all my own opinions based on the privilege that I've had with this blower. Probably not a good idea to bring gas equipment indoors. Don't do that. Don't be like me, but you know, you got to do some things for the video, right? Anyway. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about with the PB2620 is price. Now the MSRP for this particular unit is $229.99. Now I will say this, depending on where you live anywhere in the United States, that price could vary, being a little higher and a little lower depending on the dealer and the state. So keep that in mind. However, the MSRP that you're going to find on Echo's website is $229. I know I stated that this video is not a comparison, it's more so a review on this particular blower, and I'm going to do the best to stay within that path. However, I want to go ahead and compare it to another brand that is well known, Stihl. I want to briefly compare it throughout this video to the BG86 from Stihl. These blowers have quite a bit of similarities, however, they're a little bit different as well, and I also think that they both have their own things that they bring to the table. Anyway, I digress from that. So looking at the Stihl BG86, that's going to be $259.99 DSRP. As you can see right away, we got a $30 difference, and like I said, when it comes to features, both are feature packed and they both bring their own value to the table. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and talk about features. What I've got here is my handy dandy notebook, and I've gotten all of the features of each of these blowers written down. Let's go ahead and rattle it off. So the first thing I want to talk about is CFM, cubic feet per minute of air coming out of the tube. The more of it that you have, the more debris you're able to move within a bigger given area. So when it comes to CFM, the 2620 has more. You're able to move more cubic feet in a given time with the Echo 2620. Now when it comes to MPH, this is where I would actually say the Stihl takes home the gold, because it has a whopping 190 miles per hour coming out of it, which allows for more oomph, if you will, with the air coming out of the unit. Now when you compare that to the Echo, you're only really getting 20 miles per hour less than that at a whopping 170. Not a total loss, but when it comes to power, you're getting less of it. You're able to move more to give an area, however, it is going to be at a little bit of a slower rate because of that less miles per hour. And as far as weight goes, they're the same as well, both at a whopping 9.7 pounds, which is very light and doesn't leave a lot of tension on your shoulder, which is very, very nice. Tank size for fuel is another important one. The Echo actually dominates the Stihl here with a 20.3 fluid ounce tank, whereas the Stihl only has a 14.9 fluid ounce tank. So when it comes to fuel, the 2620 can hold more. And I think one more thing that's important to note is that neither of these blowers can vacuum. That is a little unfortunate considering that these are kind of a top-of-the-line, professional-grade leaf blower, if you will, so neither of them can vacuum. I wish it could, though. That would be helpful for those jobs where you're doing like stairwells and leaves often get caught up in there, and just blowing them out takes a lot longer than just getting down there and sucking all that out. So that would be a cool feature to see at some point. But other than that, I'd say both of them are feature packed. So anyway, those are my comparisons between the two units. Let's go ahead and steer back onto the lane that we were going to originally and talk about performance of the PB2620. So when it comes to overall use for this blower, I would say it is perfect for the everyday lawn and landscape pro. This isn't really something I would recommend for a homeowner. I'd recommend something a little more lower tiered, especially since you're not using it all the time. I'd recommend something a little more lower tiered like the PB2510. PB2510, according to Echo's website, is where I would go if you are a residential. Now, I will say this though, if you are the everyday pro, maybe you're a lawn kid like me, going around the street, picking up lawn care clients, doing lawn cuts left and right, this is going to be the blower that you're going to want because it's going to help you anytime you're in a pinch. Sometimes you're going to get those last minute jobs that you're going to want to take on because they're fairly small. They're like postage stamps homes with 4 to 5 bushes. They don't really get a whole lot of leaf accumulations in the fall. And you're also looking for something that's going to be powerful enough to push leaves out of landscape beds, but not too powerful to the point where if you have mulch beds, it's going to blow out the mulch. That's also where I think this blower is going to be very, very helpful for the average everyday pro that is out there, you know, banging out cleanups on a postage stamp style basis. That's where I would say this blower would work perfectly. So if you're doing extensive use, this is the blower you're going to want to buy. It's perfect for pretty much any situation you throw at it. It's maneuverable and it gets the job done in a very, very short amount of time. This blower is JTLK approved. I'm very happy with it, and I hope you guys are as well if you're looking to purchase a quality handheld blower. We got some fun content coming up for you guys. I'm actually going to be reviewing the 9010T here at some point in the next couple of weeks. That's Echo's backpack model that is comparable to the Stihl BR800 that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. And with that, we also got some fun Christmas-like content coming up as well as we close out 2021 and head into 2022. That's all we have for you today. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Later.